And welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm sorry I can't be with you today. I'm taking care of Leah. Leah has something we have to take care of today, which is very, very important, more important than anything else. But I also do care for and look out for my Lucasade members too. So while I wait outside in the fresh air for Leah, I just thought I would come on here and tell everybody about what's happening in the market. This is a perfect example of being a long-term investor, never buying a pump, never getting too excited, and always understanding valuation. I'm sure my audio isn't the greatest, but please bear with me. I wasn't preparing to go live. I didn't know what would happen today with Leah, so I'm just outside the hospital waiting. So what has happened this morning was we have now got confirmation that Jerome Powell, it appears to be too late. I said in June the rates should have come down. They should have done. I was right. My valuations were spot on. All my predictions so for the last 2 years have been right. We should have had a rate cut in June. It will now come in September. We're not going to get an emergency rate cut, as people are saying on X. Absolutely ridiculous and nonsense. There will be a rate cut, but it could be 0.5%, and there could be several quarters then going on for the rest of the year. In fact, it's regarded as 100% likely we're going to get rate cuts now all the way through the year, from September, October into November. First of all, 0.5%. You don't want to do a small one and then sudden one and bigger ones, because that looks like the Fed are out of control. So they'll do 0.5% in my prediction, and then a quarter and a quarter and a quarter. Now this is great for me, of course, being invested with margin. This is making my position extremely effective. And this is why I use margin. I was preparing for this for June. Now it's coming in September. It's going to be amplified. So that's what I expect to happen September. 2 weeks from now, we're going to get 0.5%, 0.25, then another 0.25. So why is the market selling off, and why did it rally? Well, it rallied this morning because we now know that there's going to be a rate cut, and rate cuts are good for equities, also extremely good for crypto. So the market rallied into that. But remember, when the market rallies on news, that doesn't mean to say it's sustainable. It also doesn't mean to say it's the right valuation. It's not. People are overbuying the market now. I'm not buying. I'm trimming using tax lots at the top to lower my averages to protect my position at the bottom. So what's happening now is everybody got excited and they bought. That's wrong. Even Wall Street piled in because they know that retail will follow and they can trim off. That's what's happened. So we got an immediate pump. It went up. I did a little bit of trimming and it came straight back down again. Now you can buy back at a discount. Now, don't recommend anyone do that, because you don't know where the top is and you don't know where the bottom is. But because we're going to get rate cuts isn't a good sign. It doesn't mean everything's great because we're going to get rate cuts. Remember, the economy is not the stock market. You can make money on the economy, on the stock market. You can make money investing in crypto while the economy is in the toilet. That's how these things work. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. They are not joined. You need both. You want both. You can't have a strong stock market and a broken economy. But what you can have is opportunity to buy a dip, and it comes back a lot quicker. Those that lose their jobs, those that don't have any work, those that can't pay mortgages, those that can't pay the bills, credit card fees, they have a long-term problem. However, if you are an investor and you're constantly investing, as I am, then you can actually benefit from all of this and offset how bad the economy is. So what happened this morning is the stocks piled up, everybody bought, everybody got excited, everybody got FOMO. Always the wrong thing to do. I started to trim at the top, and just a couple of shares just to give me some money to buy the dip. But remember, that is not financial advice. You shouldn't do that, because you don't know when the market's going to top, and you don't know when it's going to buy back. It's best just to actually stay in and stay where you are. But because I've got margin, I want to trim and just reduce my margin. Now, you always have to know exactly where you're going to put your money. You can't sell until you know where the money's going next. There's no point just selling and then go, what do I do now? You've got to know what you want to do. So I sold to just trim a little bit of margin. That's all. No other reason than that. My crypto, I'm not buying that. That rally today, it pumped up. I nearly turned green for the first time on my XRP Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'm always up on my ETF because I bought that at the right time. That's why buying at the right time is important, and that way you can do that with tax lots to make sure that you get the bottom of the market. But my crypto went up a little bit. It was great. Everyone get excited, and I put a post on X saying, I hope you've not sold and I hope you didn't get liquidated. 2 messages there, because liquidation was coming next, and it did. Now people are getting liquidated because they over borrowed, they over leveraged on the way up, and now they're getting wiped out. So don't buy the pump. What we got today was not a good sign. What we got today is rates are coming down because the jobs market is softening. The good news is the jobs market isn't collapsing. Jerome Powell is possibly late. I said June. Trump is going, yes, he's been saying it for nearly a year that he's too late. He wasn't late 6 months ago. However, he's late now. June was the right time. I was right. We should have had a 0.25% in June. It would have been the right sentiment for the market, and then another one now. That would start doing the job. So what we've got now, we've got people selling because one, they pumped into an overvaluation. You shouldn't have bought the pump anyway. People bought, they sold, they trimmed, it's gone back down, and now people are concerned that the economy isn't as strong as we thought, the jobs market isn't as strong as we thought, which is not correct. The jobs numbers weren't that bad. They just mean we're going to get a rate cut because they are cooling. But also the US consumer is still spending. That's good. That's all fine. So what's the bottom line? What should you do? Well, for most people, you should do nothing. You shouldn't have bought the pump this morning. I certainly didn't. I've not been buying pumps like this at all. I always trim into these positions, not buy. So you shouldn't be buying this. What should you be doing now? It's gone back down again. Well, if you're in a position where you can enter the market, might not be a bad time. Of course, you can't time the market. For me, it doesn't matter. My VU is an average of 504, and we're nearly 600. So I'm way up on all my positions. The stock market can crash 50%, and I can just buy more. So you want to get in that position. How do you get in that position? You get in that position by long-term investing and having patience, and always knowing to trim when it goes up and it's overvalued. This is a very, very easy game. It is a game. It's easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. And people often forget that. They just buy any valuation. They get excited. They FOMO into stuff, and you always lose. Just have patience. Overall, we're all going to win here. All the Lucas aides who follow me are going to win, even though you shouldn't follow me. I'm up today at an all-time high. An all-time high on a day everyone's fearing and crashing and all the rest of it. I'm at an all-time high. And I'm not doing anything clever. I'm just buying the S&P undervalue and then trimming it when it's overvalued using tax lots. I don't sell from the bottom. I don't take profit. I don't pay tax. I just trim from the top to bring the average down. That way I can buy it again when it does it again, when I get my next paycheck, just like everybody else. So I haven't sold a single piece of my crypto today, and I'm not going to buy any crypto because I bought where I wanted to buy it. I'll be trimming Bitcoin when it goes to 120 from the very top. That's my highest prices, to bring my average down and reduce my margin. I don't think I'll be selling any of my Ethereum because it's all locked up. It's all staked. And I'm happy with that. I want to own that much. XRP, I don't think I'll be selling any XRP because that's all for giveaways. Unless we get a really nice little run to $5, which I expect in October, and then to $10. I'll trim them maybe a little bit just to bring my average down under the 3, because I'd only have to sell a few $1,000s. I've got by that time, I'd have about 30 grand worth of XRP. So I can trim a little bit, bring my average then by selling at the top under $3, and that'd be nice, and it would reduce my margin. So there you go. I wish everybody the best. Just a quick update. My 5-day fast ended today. That's what I haven't shaven all week. I've been living a different life this week. My 5-day fast has ended. I am now eating again. I am in a lot of pain. I'll explain why. Because I've got 6 bulging discs. Even though I was drinking electrolytes, I wasn't taking any food in at all, so I've got a little bit dehydrated, because you get water through food, not just water. I was drinking what I thought was enough, but my 6 bulging discs, if you think of little pillows, little shock absorbers, little sponges in between the vertebrae, they've all got squashed. So basically I'm like a car with 4 flat tires. I'm walking around, and my bones are banging together. It's hurting a lot, but I'm eating more, I'm drinking more, I'm moving now, and it's every hour it gets a little bit less. But that's me. But most importantly today, it's all about my wife Leah. We are in hospital today. I'm waiting outside. My wife is having a very important check today. It's a very tense day for us both, and I'll update you with that later. So most importantly, I hope all the Lucasades share their love to Leah. I'm going to go back in now. It could be another hour for me to wait, but my most thoughts are with my wife today. It's a very special day. Well, very important day. I won't say special day, but a very important day. Very tense day. So all your loves and thoughts are appreciated for Leah. I'm going to go, but I wanted to make the point to come to all of you to let you know what was going on. So this is not a time to be fearful, but it's not a time to buy and celebrate either. Just because we're going to get rate cuts, people go, that's fantastic. And it is for crypto. But however, if you buy the pump and get liquidated, it won't affect you, will it? You'll be out of the market. So the moral of this live stream is don't buy into the pump. Sell at the top, not at the bottom. Don't pay tax. Do a little bit of tax lot trimming. If you don't have tax lots on your account, most brokerages have lots. Just make sure that you choose the right one. Don't just go buy and sell crypto. Just always use the lots, because you can use lots. Nearly every brokerage has lots for crypto, so you can choose which lot and sell at the top. It's always the best way. People say, well, why do you sell the top? Why don't you sell the bottom? That way you make more money. Well, what your job is to do is acquire more of the asset, more of the stock for when you need it in the future. If you're constantly selling from the bottom, you're raising your average, which means you're making your portfolio more vulnerable for liquidation, more vulnerable for margin calls, and at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is acquire more stock for the future and lower your positions and get more of it at lower prices, and then you have profit for the future. That's our job, not to buy and sell every time we get up and make a few bucks on something. That's not investing, that's just guessing, and it's totally silly, to be quite honest, and you're not using the tools that are in the toolbox. So there you go. Today is a good day for investors. It's a bad day for gamblers. It's a bad day for scalp traders, unless you got it right. I mean, I trimmed a little bit because I know what I'm doing. Most people were buying this morning, and now they're all getting liquidated once again. So the whales will start buying back again. Remember, also, September is a bad month. So this is a month of everyone turning the market upside down. So don't chase the market. That's it. I'm out of here. I wish you all well. I'll see you back later. I'm not sure what's happening. Vaz is live in 10 minutes time. This live stream will take you directly into Vaz. If you stay right where you are, it'll take you there. Now Vaz and Sensei are covering all of October when I'm away on holiday. So this is them getting ready for this now. But we're sort of preparing for it. So Sensei did his show this morning. Vaz is it's got 4 shows today. He'll be talking about all of this. He's got some new stocks to talk about that you've not seen before. So you've got the live community, the live audience all day today. There are 4 live streams from Vaz, and I'll be back later whenever I'm done here at the hospital with Leah. So stay right where you are. He's live in 9 minutes. It'll automatically take you there. Take care, stay together, and remember, always take care of yourselves and each other. Prayers and thoughts for Leah, please. That's it from me. Bye-bye for now.